Have you ever found yourself stuck in a web of confusion, struggling to maintain the integrity of your yes and no? We've all been there, caught between wanting to be agreeable and desiring to stand firm in our convictions. In this journey of exploring biblical wisdom, we'll delve into the importance of living with authenticity and transparency. The concept of letting your yes be yes and your no be no is more than just a simple phrase. It's a guiding principle for building trust and fostering healthy relationships. As Jesus teaches us in Matthew 5:37, honesty in our words and actions is essential to creating an environment where people can rely on each other. So, what does it mean to truly let your yes be yes? How do we make sure that our promises are kept and our commitments honored? We'll examine the biblical examples of individuals who lived with integrity, such as Noah and his family, who said yes to God's plan despite overwhelming odds. We'll also explore the flip side, when it's necessary to say no. How can we do so without leading others astray or damaging relationships? The story of Jonah is a poignant reminder that sometimes saying no to our own desires can lead to unexpected blessings and opportunities for growth. Biblical context and key passages as we explore the concept of letting your yes be yes and your no be no. It's essential to understand where this principle is rooted in Scripture. One of the key passages that comes to mind is Proverbs 10:32, which reminds us that the fear of man can lead us away from truth and integrity. The Bible is replete with examples of individuals who faced situations where they had to choose between pleasing others and standing firm on their convictions. In Isaiah 44, God encourages his people to not be afraid or dismayed, but instead to trust in him, knowing that he will strengthen and help them. Another significant passage is Psalm 119:30, where the writer says, "I have chosen the faithful way. I put your laws before me." This verse highlights the importance of making a conscious decision to follow God's principles, even when it's difficult or unpopular. The Bible also teaches us that our words have consequences. In Matthew 12:37, Jesus reminds us that by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. This means that our yes and no can either build up or tear down those around us. Understanding the biblical context of letting your yes be yes and your no be no, we can better grasp the significance of living with integrity in our relationships. Meaning and key themes. The concept of letting your yes be yes and your no be no is deeply rooted in biblical wisdom, emphasizing the importance of living with authenticity and transparency. This principle is not just about making promises or commitments, but about being true to ourselves and others. When we say yes to something, it's essential that we genuinely mean it and intend to follow through on our word. Similarly, when we say no, it's crucial that we communicate clearly and respectfully, avoiding false promises or half-hearted commitments. This principle is closely tied to the idea of integrity, which involves being consistent in our words and actions. When we live with integrity, we build trust with others, and they learn to rely on us. The Bible reminds us that our words have power and can either uplift or tear down those around us. By being mindful of our yes and no, we can create a positive impact in the lives of others. Letting your yes be yes and your no be no is not just about personal relationships. It's also about honoring God and living out our faith with sincerity. As Proverbs 25:14 says, "If you bless the righteous, he will smile at you." When we live with integrity, we reflect God's character and bring glory to him. Practical application today. So, how can we apply this principle in our daily lives? Here are a few practical tips. Mind your words. Before speaking, take a moment to consider the impact of your words. Ask yourself if you truly mean what you're saying. Be intentional with commitments. Don't make promises lightly. Be thoughtful about your commitments and ensure that you can follow through on them. Honor your word. When you've committed to something, see it through. If circumstances change or you realize you made a mistake, communicate clearly and apologize if necessary. Communicate effectively. When saying no, do so kindly but firmly. Avoid leading others astray with false promises or half-hearted commitments. Remember, living with integrity is not about being perfect. It's about striving to be true to ourselves and others. By embracing this principle, we can build stronger relationships, honor God, and create a positive impact in the world around us. Conclusion: as we've explored the biblical wisdom of letting your yes be yes and your no be no, it's clear that this principle is not just a moral guideline, but a transformative way of living. By embracing integrity and authenticity in our words and actions, we can build trust with others, honor God, and create a positive impact in the world. Remember, living with integrity is not about being perfect. It's about striving to be true to ourselves and others. So, let us commit to letting our yes be yes and our no be no, knowing that this principle has the power to transform our relationships, our communities, and our lives. We hope you've been encouraged by the biblical examples of individuals who lived with integrity, such as Noah and his family, and Jonah. May their stories inspire us to say yes to God's plan, even when it's difficult or unpopular, and to communicate clearly and respectfully when we need to say no. By doing so, we can experience the blessings and opportunities for growth that come from living with integrity.